My lords, the galaxy is a dangerous place indeed. Some believe that it is their destiny, their duty perhaps, even their shroud-given right to protect it or defend it from external threats. Historically, this has not always been an ambition for good. Indeed, we have witnessed many empires over the course of history claim this power as a precursor to becoming galactic emperor. But my lords, perhaps times are changing. Empires today are seeking new and more benevolent ambitions than ever before. Today I shall detail a report on an empire who attempted this path, the United Shazarak Authority, a fanatically authoritarian military dictatorship. Let us begin. In the eons since the first primitive Shazarak communities took shape amid the great dune seas of Shazoo, our civilization spread and prospered. Technological progress was swift, but as our numbers grew, the civilian population became increasingly restless. With our world on the brink of anarchy, the military stepped in to restore the rule of law. A new order was established to safeguard our nation from all threats, both external and internal. It would take decades to achieve what we have now, an empire spanning the stars. Wars had been fought, peace had been made, and today marks the start of a new journey. We believe the galaxy is a beautiful place, and it's certainly worth preserving. A place of countless peoples, hopes and dreams, each one deserving of protection. I think no longer do we seek power, but we only look for peace. But peace must be defended against those who would conquer, destroy, or corrupt. We will stand against them. And as long as we stand, so too shall our galaxy. We will not stand idle. This is not a claim of dominance, but a commitment to stewardship. Through shared measure and shared purpose, we will attempt to ensure the galaxy has a future worth protecting. Thus, several objectives stand before us. We shall try to form alliances, federations even, contribute to the galactic community where possible, avoid all wars of unnecessary aggression, and attempt to defeat any and all threats to our galactic community. Of course, no one defends the galaxy alone. Before we can act, we must earn the trust of those we hope to protect, and that trust begins with honesty, restraint, and diplomacy. Thus, we will train a new generation of envoys to prove through word and deed that the Shazarak are here to help. Only together can we build alliances strong enough to weather what lies ahead. Therefore, we set about this task with vigour. A full 19 years would pass, but it was time well spent, as today a new generation of ambassadors walks the halls of the Senate. Carefully trained, endlessly patient, and utterly devoted to our cause, they speak not merely with eloquence, but with sincerity, embodying our commitment to unity and peace. Their work may not command headlines, but they are the minute and precise artisans of lasting peace and cooperation. Every word, every gesture, calibrated to reinforce one truth. We seek no dominion, only stability. We have nothing to hide, and thus nothing to fear. Our next objective will be to form the galactic community. Now, given the state of the galaxy, this will take some time. Indeed, uniting the galaxy will not be achieved through force of arms or singular will alone. It will take trust, dialogue, and the willingness to shoulder burdens no one else dares to bear. Every alliance formed, every crisis diffused, is a small step towards a more resilient future for our people, and indeed the galactic community. We seek not to rule, but to lead, to offer a steady hand where others falter. This work may be tireless and often thankless, but this duty is now our empire's purpose, and we will shape an enduring galaxy. Several more years have passed, but today I'm happy to announce a historic day indeed. Several of the galaxy's prominent spacefaring empires, including our own, the United Shazarak Authority, have announced the creation of the galactic community. This supranatural organization will serve as a forum where matters involving the entire galaxy can be discussed and decided upon. As one of its founding members, we take pride in this milestone of galactic history. And now the community has been formed, we must safeguard to protect it from itself. Our next step is to usher in the Galactic Council, which sits above the galactic community, and of course we will need to be elected onto that council, because we must hold power to protect it. Our plans took time to fall into place. Many more years would pass while we carefully manipulated the galactic community, building alliances and removing would-be challengers, but we made it happen. The council was formed and we were elected onto it. The members of the council were expected to lead and safeguard the galactic community. Their increased powers allow them to cut through some of the red tape that so often inhibits the decision-making process in a large political institution. Using our power, now on the Galactic Council, we will seek to push forward the Paladin Initiative. In times of uncertainty, symbols matter. The galaxy does not only need protection, it needs inspiration. As threats grow bolder and the path ahead darkens, our plan is taking shape. A vanguard of exceptional individuals drawn from every corner of known space, who will embody the ideals we fight to uphold. These paladins would not merely command fleets or coordinate relief efforts, they must be the living testament of our shared resolve. Heroes not of a single people, but of all the galactic community. They shall be the galaxy's guiding light. And these symbols will not be born, they will be carefully and deliberately created. If our heroes are to stand as beacons of hope, their ships must reflect that role. No mere combat ships, they must be the beacon that guides us through the dark. They will have white and gold hulls, gleaming figureheads, and a design both elegant but yet formidable. Under the hood, the best that our technology can offer, no expense spared. These ships carry not just firepower, but reassurance. They are the vanguard of a vision, unity, strength, and the unwavering resolve in the face of oblivion. They shall fan the flame of hope. Yet the Paladin Initiative would take many decades before completion. Nevertheless, the years roll on by, and we worked hard diplomatically, continuing to secure relationships, ensuring our spy networks kept us well aware of any potential misgivings, and we smoothed problems over before they could occur. Today, our scheming, if you like, paid off. At last, the galactic community voted to bestow emergency custodianship powers upon us, the United Shazarak Authority. We have now reached the highest power in the land. In an official ceremony broadcast across the galaxy, we were appointed custodians of the galactic community. As the first among equals, we have been charged with safeguarding the Galcom from all potential threats, be internal or external, anything or anyone who would seek it harm. We have been granted these vast powers in all community matters and can now propose special resolutions. We believe the galaxy has spoken, not in fear but in trust. We have been chosen as custodian and granted powers that reach beyond the bounds of ordinary mandate. These extraordinary privileges, though born of necessity, are not honours we sought, publicly at least, but they are burdens that we choose to accept for the sake of all. We do not wield this authority to command, but to serve. Until peace is more than a pause between wars, until threats no longer lurk beyond the stars, we will attempt to uphold our oath. The time will come to relinquish these powers, but until then we will wield them with restraint, purpose, and unwavering resolve. This we swear to the Galcom. Nevertheless, now we have absolute power, we must take the initiative. Internally, there was great debate over this, but majority rules. We know that the galaxy holds threats too great to ignore, and we cannot afford to wait for the darkness to reveal itself. Thus, with caution and care, we begin a series of high-risk operations to uncover what dangers lie ahead. Whether this action will prove wise remains to be seen. Yet more years of work later, and our investigations have borne grim, irrefutable fruit. Across deep space observatories, classified listening posts, and ancient data vaults, the signs align. Something is coming. This is no false alarm, no misinterpreted anomaly. The threat is real, imminent, and of a scale that defies routine defense. We have no time for hesitation. Every preparation we have come must now be completed. The hour is late, but we are not unready. Let them come. we have detected a very faint tachyon signal being continuously transmitted across the entire galaxy. Our technicians are unable to trace the signal to its source, as it is being bounced between several hidden relay stations. Aside from adding a small amount of background noise in FTL transmissions on certain subspace frequencies, the signal does not seem to have any apparent effect. Efforts to track the relay stations are underway, but until then we may simply have to learn to live with this ghost signal, as it has been dubbed by the more imaginative elements of galactic media. Despite the discovery of the so-called ghost signal, we believe that there was more out there. Our early efforts have proven necessary, and though successful, we don't yet believe they're at the end. Indeed, the galaxy is vast and full of danger, therefore we must continue our search to ensure no threat escapes our watch. Though these experiments are perilous, if evil still lurks in the dark, we have no choice but to face it. Investigations into the ghost signal will continue. Meanwhile, our vigilance has once again been vindicated. Even as the galaxy braces against one existential threat, we have uncovered the stirrings of another. It lurks just out of sight, but the evidence is unmistakable. The danger is real, and it is advancing. Yet this time we are not caught unaware. We will seize the initiative once again, striking before it can gather its full strength. The battle ahead may be brutal, but with the element of surprise on our side, we do not face it unprepared. Let the stars bear witness, we will not falter. Not now, not ever. Several of our tracking stations have picked up peculiar subspace echoes coming from somewhere in the intergalactic space. The echoes are faint, but getting stronger, and they seem to be approaching our galaxy. We knew this day would come. For all our efforts to unify and uplift, the galaxy now faces an existential reckoning. This enemy knows no mercy, no compromise, and it threatens all, so we must stand for all. Every alliance forged, every hardship endured has brought us to this moment. We do not stand above the galaxy, we stand for it. Against annihilation, against despair, we rise, not as conquerors, but as guardians. Today of all days, we must not falter. The Senate has ratified the creation of a standing multinational military force intended for defense of the galactic community. This galactic defense force will recruit its personnel from all community members who are also required to contribute resource towards the construction of its fleets. With the galaxy engulfed in turmoil, under constant threat by the forces that seek to exterminate all sapient life, it is hoped that the GDF will be able to bring the fight to the enemy and secure the borders of the community. They will be placed under the direct command of the United Shazarak Authority, as we remain Galactic Custodian. And, while the crisis rages, we have finally managed to achieve a goal that has been brewing for decades, even centuries: the Paladin Initiative. The Paladin Initiative is no longer a theoretical construct, but an officially sanctioned project, and this marks the beginning of a coordinated effort across member states to develop the doctrine, personnel, and material standards necessary for its realization. While members of the community will be handling the recruitment of their paladins, we must still oversee the development of a new series of top-of-the-line ships for them to use. A fusion of elegance and strength, they will stand as symbols of our resolve. Though armed for war, their purpose is peace, and they serve a promise that we will be here wherever the need is greatest. I'm pleased to announce today that we have finally completed the assembly of a Paladin ship. Its gilded hull shines softly in starlight, and its engines hum with power. It seems almost criminal to send such a piece of art into battle. But now we must entrust it to a champion worthy of its charge, one whose resolve mirrors the vessel's strength, and whose courage will guide it into the heart of whatever darkness awaits. With the Paladin leading our forces, it was only a matter of time. The contingency has faltered. With the destruction of the final machine world, the galaxy no longer faces the threat of systematic mass extinction. From the machines, at least. All contingency warforms have either powered down or self-destructed, and the ghost signal is no longer being transmitted. As with the other machine worlds, the main nexus detonated itself in a massive antimatter explosion when it became apparent it could no longer resist its attackers. Travelling outwards at light speed, the intense light from the energy discharge will be visible to future generations. For millennia to come, as a bright, short-lived star. Across the galaxy, sapient beings are united in their celebration of this victory. For the moment at least, the future looked bright. But we have one final opponent left, Scourge. Decades of fighting the bugs, outmaneuvering their hordes and bombing their infested worlds into dust. But today I am pleased to announce the galaxy breathed a collective sigh of relief, as the last pockets of the Pythorian scourge were expunged. Their extragalactic invasion have failed, and all that remains of the Pythorians' once colossal swarm are the innumerable charred husks that now drift quietly through the void. A sense of elation and utter joy is spreading across the galaxy at a speed greater than light, and the spontaneous victory celebrations have erupted across countless worlds. Could this be the beginning of a new age of galactic peace and stability? One final question remains. Do we give up our hard-earned power and end the custodianship? The threats have passed. The galaxy, once on the brink, now finds itself in a time of cautious renewal. We have no mandate left to fulfill. We have taken the final step. The custodian powers have been surrendered. What began as a response to potential crisis has ended in an act of utmost trust. The alliances we built, the example we've set, this will be our legacy. In choosing to lead without ruling, to protect without possessing, we have upheld our principles. The stars are secure for now, and that is enough.